Yeah, dear students, good evening. Last class we discussed about what is called choppers, right? Choppers. So the main applications of the SCR, silicon control rectifier, or so-called thyristor, uh, is it works as it functions as a inverter, as a rectifier, as a converter, isn't it? And also as a chopper, as a chopper. So you tell me what is a rectifier? Rectifier converts the alternating current into directional, I mean unidirectional DC, unidirectional DC, AC to DC, nothing but rectifier. So it will the SER will function this operation. It converts alternating current into a constant DC or variable DC. Okay, or it also function as it converts the DC into AC, DC into AC. So otherwise, DC into single phase AC or DC into three phase AC. So the SCR converts simply the DC into AC. Is nothing but what is called inverter, right? So inverter output is always AC, input is DC. So in between, if a thyristor or SCR converts DC to DC, is input is DC, output is also DC. Remember, input is DC, fixed output is variable DC, variable DC. So this is a function of a chopper, function of the chopper. Chopper, nothing but SCR, nothing but a thyristor converts a constant DC into a variable DC, variable DC. So these are main applications of the thyristor. It works as a inverter, it works as a rectifier, it also works as a chopper, right? So not only these three, the SCR having the number of applications. You can use the SCR in the industrial areas, communications, medical side, like this. So there are huge number of applications that the SCR contains. Okay, and you know uh, who is Asha? Hello, Manvenkat.
Hello,
1017. Who is Asha? She is willing to join.
don't know.
101.
Telisa,
Who is she? He is requesting to join. I don't know who is she. I don't know. Anyhow, I will admit because somebody they are joining from other mobiles. I don't know. Okay, anyhow. Right. See, uh, there are a number of applications that SCR includes. SCR includes. See, in the last class, what we discussed, the SCR acting as a DC chopper. It converts DC voltage into DC voltage or DC current. Okay, our output is always variable. It is always variable. Of course, the input is fixed, the output is always variable. Okay, here we are strictly focusing on DC choppers as per the syllabus. As you know that we are classified into step down chopper and step up chopper. Step down and step up chopper. Okay, we'll see. Last class we completed how this step down chopper will work. Step down chopper will working, right? Today we'll see how the same SCR will do functioning as step up chopper. Step up chopper. Okay, will do step up chopper. Step up. Okay, the basic difference. Yeah, the basic difference. Yes. The difference between step down chopper and step up chopper is, of course, the SCR may be used for in the two cases. It acts as a step down chopper. It acts as a step up chopper. So, what is the difference between step down and step up chopper? Remember, step down means down refers to output voltage is low. Step up means output voltage is high. That means if you call it is step down chopper, the output voltage of is low compared to input what we applied as DC. Applied input DC voltage. Of course, the output is variable. Output is variable DC, but it is low compared to what is called input DC voltage. When you come across with the step up chopper, up refers to high output voltage compared to input DC voltage. Remember, the output voltage is variable, varying. Okay, so the SCR, we have to connect the SCR by taking supporting electrical devices such that we have to get low voltage in the case of step down chopper, and we have to get a high voltage in the case of step up chopper. Remember, in the two cases, the output voltage should be variable, varying. It is not constant. It is a variable DC voltage. The output of chopper is always variable. But remember, what is the main purpose of this output of a DC chopper, which is variable DC? Remember, this output of chopper can be applied for driving other load circuits. In the industry, there are number of load circuits which we have to drive it, which we have to control it, which we have to move it, which we have to actuate it. There are number of mechanical elements, number of linkages, number of maybe what is called stirrers. Which we have to drive it. There are number of motors. Sometimes there are synchronous motors, or any stepper motors, or any small rating DC motors. So who can drive this? Who can push that motors? Who can actuate that motors? Or any that load? Who can? The SCR will drive all these loads with available output of DC variable voltage. So the output of a chopper voltage, the output of the chopper may be used to drive the load circuits. The load may be resistive load, inductive load, maybe other combinations, maybe DC motor, stepper motors. That means other any mechanical linkages, actuators like this. So it is not. So the importance of this output of chopper is, so we can utilize in a number of ways. So that is the importance of this output of a DC chopper. Okay. Yes. Coming to this step of DC chopper, step down is called buck converter. Step down chopper also called buck converter. Okay. Step up chopper also called boost converter. Boost. What is called boost? Boost means high energy. Boosting, pushing, isn't it? So the step up DC chopper also called boost converter. So which gives the word the output is high compared to input. And the other name for the step up DC chopper is flyback converter. Flyback converter. So no doubt it is a DC to DC converter, but why it names flyback means when the thyristor is in off state, it gives more output voltage compared to on state, because of the operation condition. The XCR depends on the operation condition, so it named as flyback. When the SCR in the off state, in the open switch mode, it is flying. It is going to fly. Where it is going to fly? From input to output. It is going to fly from input to output. Input is low, output is high. So it is called flyback converter. See the boost converter or step up chopper diagram. The diagram is like this. It is a fixed DC voltage what we applied, that is connected to what is called an inductive load. I mean, not a load, it's an inductor for storing purpose. We connected, which stores the energy, say for example Vx. The current flowing through this IS. Okay, and here at the point A to ground, we connected a switch S. Capital S refers to switch, which is nothing but SCR, nothing but a thyristor. Okay, and from this we connected a diode, and followed by a smoothening circuit, nothing but capacitor. Okay, capacitor will eliminate any AC component. So capacitor acts as a good eliminator, isn't it? So it's a filter. It filters the AC component. It blocks the DC. So, and it is a smoothening circuit, because the output of a chopper expecting DC that doesn't include any AC. So doesn't include means who can eliminate the repeats or any AC components? Who can eliminate? The capacitor will do like the capacitor will eliminate all the AC components present, whether if any present, that will eliminate the capacitor. And the output of this is going to give a load, or refers to a load circuit. Is a resistive load. So finally, VD is the input DC, V0 is the output variable DC. VD is the input DC, output is V0, nothing but variable DC. So the input is DC, output is also DC. It is nothing but a chopper. So what is the chopper? Step up chopper, boost converter, flyback converter. Okay. So when the switch is open, and the supply is applied, most of the energy is energized by the inductor. It stores the energy, and the energy is transferred from the input to output through the forward bias diode. So when the switch is in the off state, it looks like this. So when the switch in the off state, it looks like this. The circuit is like this. When the switch is in on state, it looks like this. So we are writing the equation. So the inductor buildups during the period 0 less than equal to t less than equal to t on, between t on to g low on time. What happens? So we are writing the mathematical equation Vd minus L di by s will equal to 0. So you can also apply by assumptions. You can also write Vd equals to L Is refers to the current flowing through the inductor, but here we are assuming two currents, minimum and maximum current. There are assumptions we have to make, minimum and maximum currents, I1 and I2. I1 and I2. So maximum is I2, minimum is I1. So we have to write like this. So Vd equals to L di by T. L di by, okay. So during the off time, during off period, so for this circuit, we are writing mathematical quantities like this. Vx equal to L I1 minus I2 by T off equals to minus L di by T off. Vx off equals to L di by T off. So what is the V0 of this? V0 can be write Vd plus Vx in the off state. Vx in the off state. We can write Vd plus L di by T off. What it means? Hello, what it means? Your output V0, the output of the chopper is not equals to only Vd. It's not equal to Vd. The output is Vd plus. Vd plus refers to, what is plus? Plus refers to addition. Addition refers to increases. It is an increased value. So the output of a boost converter or step-up chopper provides the voltage higher than the Vd. Higher than the Vd. Output nothing but Vd plus L di by T off. L di by T off. You have to focus this equation in the examination. If you are forgetting all these notations, of course, you don't mind, but at least you have to focus on this relation. V0 equals to Vd plus L di by T off, which gives the complete information of a boost chopper. We are boosting, the output increases by L di by dt. L di by dt. Okay, that's about this your boost converter. And we have, okay, you want to know this, okay, this is enough for this. This much of it is enough for you. So that means you have to focus on this. And we have other types. Other types. In the syllabus is mentioning quadrant operation. Quadrant operation. So we'll see that one. Quadrant operation. See the quadrant operation. See, single and multi-quadrant operation with DC motor load. Single and multi-quadrant operation with DC motor load. Okay, what it means? It means that how when you are using the SCR as a chopper, when you are using the SCR as a chopper or thyristor as a chopper, how this SCR is going to operate, how this SCR will give output voltage and output current polarities. Output voltage polarity and output current polarity. That will decide the conduction of the SCR. That will decide the production of output voltage and output current by the SCR in a chopper mode. In a chopper mode. And we don't know whether the output voltage will be positive, output current will be positive. Both are positive. Or output voltage may be negative, output current may be positive. Or output voltage may be negative, output current may be positive. Fourth option. Both are negative. Output voltage, output current will be both are negative. What it decides? It decides quadrants. If you take any plane, take a plane, draw x-axis and y-axis, draw x-axis and y-axis, you may get 4 quadrants. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. What it means? If you take x-axis I0 or y-axis V naught. So for example, yeah, see, on x-axis I naught, y-axis V naught. What are the possibilities you have to get? I naught is positive, V naught is positive. Otherwise, I naught is negative, V naught is positive. Otherwise, otherwise, I naught is positive, I naught is negative, but V naught is positive. Otherwise, I naught is positive and negative, but V naught is positive. Otherwise, all these cases, in this first quadrant, these two are positive. In the second quadrant, V naught is negative, but I naught is positive. In the third quadrant, both are negative. In the fourth quadrant, V naught is positive, I naught is negative. See how best you are connecting the SCR, how best you are connected. What is the configuration you are selected the connecting the SCR in the circuit such that it is going to give output voltage and current to drive the load, to drive the load. So you can get positive voltage, positive current, positive voltage, negative current, negative voltage, negative current, or negative voltage, negative current. Okay, that is called quadrants. That is called quadrants. Only difference is you have to connect the SCR in a suitable manner. So when you are changing the SCR, it is named as class. It is named as class. See, in the class A, I mean step up, step down choppers, step up and step down choppers. These two uh, comes under class A. In class A refers to one quadrant, one quadrant. Step down and step up. In the two cases, we have to expect only one quadrant voltage and current. One quadrant voltage and current. So for example, first quadrant, say. No other quadrants we are expecting step up and step down. Because voltage and current both are positive, say. That is called class A. So when you come across with this other class of choppers, we have to get different quadrants. For example, class B. Class B means what? Maybe first quadrant, maybe second quadrant. Maybe second quadrant. The two quadrants output we have to get by arranging the SCRs, SCR1, P1 like this and P2 like this. The output load is a DC motor. EB refers to what? EB refers to back EMF. Where did you find this back EMF? The back EMF you can find with the motor. Output is the motor. So the first quadrant output, I mean positive voltage, negative current, positive current, positive voltage, negative current. These outputs are useful to drive the DC motor. So it is called plus current circuit. This is called negative current circuit. See, it's a class B chopper, positive current mode, and this is called negative current mode. These two circuits we can call two quadrant operation under the class of class B. Class B will provide two quadrants. Class A will provide single quadrant. Quadrant refers to voltage and current values. Output of a chopper. In the class B, we have to get two quadrants. In the class C, we have to get C. I naught is positive, V naught is positive. That is one quadrant. And I naught is negative, V naught is positive. It is separately operated. But the two operations in the class C, we have to get a single circuit. That is called class C chopper. And class D means, see, this is the class D. Class D. In the class D chopper, see how best the connections are made in the circuit with the thyristors. Thyristor 1, thyristor 2. It is a load. It is a load back EMF. Means motor, DC motor load. Input is DC, output is DC. But see the output, I naught is positive, V naught is positive. First quadrant. And V naught is negative, I naught is positive. The fourth quadrant. So this type of output we have to expect with this configuration. This is called class D chopper. Two quadrants, 1 and 4. And finally, class E, full bridge. Class E, full bridge. Full bridge means we have to use 4 thyristors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 thyristors we have to use. 2 are at a time they are energized. These 2 are at a time they are energized. So we can get 4 quadrants outputs. V naught positive, I naught positive. One quadrant. V naught negative, I naught positive. Second quadrant. V naught negative, I naught negative. Third quadrant. V naught positive, I naught negative. Fourth quadrant. With the connection of full bridge thyristors, full bridge chopper, we have to get this type of output. This is called class C chopper. 4 quadrants. 4 quadrants. Understand the meaning of quadrants? The output of a DC chopper may be positive voltage, positive current, negative voltage, negative current. Other possibilities of the voltage and currents that will decide the quadrant. You can utilize that voltages and currents for driving the DC motor or other any load circuits if required. Okay, now I am going to stop the class. Tomorrow we will see other topics available in the choppers. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Don't worry about this. I will give you the complete material to you. Okay, and